we are going to show operation of an astable multivibrator for duty cycle greater than 50%. The group members are Aayush Grover and Naveen Chaudhary. Astable multivibrator. An astable multivibrator, often called a free-running multivibrator, is a rectangular wave generating circuit. Unlike the monostable multivibrator, the circuit does not require an external trigger to change the state of output, hence the name is free-running. There are three types of configuration available for astable multivibrator: for duty cycle greater than 50%, for duty cycle equal to 50%, and for duty cycle less than 50%.
Duty cycle. It is the ratio of the charging time to the total time of charging and discharging. As defined before, duty cycle is given by charging time over total time, where TC is given by 0.69 times of RA plus RB into C, and TD is given by 0.69 into RB into C. On the basis of calculation, we get a relation RA is twice of RB. This is the circuit diagram of astable multivibrator. Apparatus required: breadboard, IC 555, CRO, DC power supply, multimeter, wire cutter, resistor, PNC and connecting wires.
Breadboard. This is the pin-out diagram of IC 555. Pin number 1 is ground, 2 is trigger, 3 is output, 4 is reset, 5 is control voltage, 6 is threshold, 7 is discharge, and 8 is VCC. CRO, DC power supply, multimeter, wire cutter, resistor, capacitor, BNC and connecting wires. We are going to show operation of an astable multivibrator, and we need the following apparatus: CRO, this is DC voltage supply, breadboard, this is the BNC cable. This is the circuit diagram of astable multivibrator. We need two capacitance of one of 0.1 microfarad and another one of 0.01 microfarad. We need two resistances RA and RB, RA of 2 kilo ohm and RB of 1 kilo ohm. We have these three resistances are of 1 kilo ohm each. Now for astable multivibrator we have got three configurations, but we are going to focus on astable multivibrator for greater than 50%, say 75%. This is the IC 555 and here are the pins: pin number 1, pin number 2, pin number 3, pin number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. According to the circuit diagram, we are going to supply DC 5 voltage to the terminal 8. Supplying to terminal 8 and putting the negative terminal into ground. Now, according to the circuit diagram, we are going to put a capacitor of 0.01 microfarad between terminals 1 and 5 and then getting it grounded. This is the connection between terminal 1 and 5 and capacitor. Now we will use a wire to put it in the ground. After doing so, we will short the terminals pin number 2 and pin number 6. Now we will put the capacitor of 0.1 microfarad, one end of capacitor into terminal 6 and one end into ground. Now, according to the circuit diagram, we will short the pin number 4 and pin number 8. We are done with the circuit, and now we are putting an output cable to receive an output in the CRO. This is the output. Time for charging is 0.7 millisecond and time for discharging is 0.3 millisecond. That is, time for charging is 75% of the total time.
We are going to show operation of an Astable multivibrator with the help of multisim. We are going to use IC 555 time rated. Searching for the required component 555. Now we have got our IC 555. A similar structure of IC 555 will be shown in the figure with designation of pin number comparable to practical IC. Pin number 8 represents VCC, 4 reset, 7 discharge, 6 threshold, 5 control voltage, 1 is ground and 3 is output. We are going to short circuit the connection between pin number 4 and 8, that is VCC and reset. We are going to use a DC power supply to supply 5 voltage to VCC. Now we will fetch a ground to get the negative terminal grounded. Changing to desired value, that is 5 volt. After doing so, we will require the remaining components, that is, we will go to basic and select an resistor. We need RA. We know that RA is twice of RB. We will connect RA between reset and discharge. We know that RA is twice of RB, so considering RA equal to 2 kilo ohm, we can conclude that resistance RB is of 1 kilo ohm. Now again going to basic, fetching a resistor that will serve the purpose of resistance RB. We are going to connect this resistance RB in series with resistance RA and threshold. Now changing to desired value, we know that RB is of 1 kilo ohm. Connecting the terminal trigger to another end of resistance RB. We are going to need 2 capacitors. We are going to fetch capacitor C1 from basic and putting it in series with resistance RB. Changing it to desired value 0.1 microfarad. We will ground another terminal of capacitor C1. Now we will connect the ground of IC 555 to ground. Fetching the capacitor C2. changing it to desired value, that is 0.01 microfarad. Making the required connections, that is between control voltage and capacitor C2 and other terminal of the capacitor to ground. Now we will fetch an CRO for the output. We will connect pin number 3 or output of the IC555 to positive terminal of A of CRO and the negative terminal of the CRO into ground. Now we will check the output. This is the output. We can clearly see that the charging time is 75% of the total time, whereas discharging time is only 25% of the total time. Thus, this is the output for Astable multivibrator with duty cycle greater than 50%, say 75%.